Welcome to Made for More podcast, where faith and personal growth converge. I'm Julia, and I'm honored to guide you on a journey of empowerment and transformation alongside our occasional co-host, Omar. We are passionate believers and advocates for unlocking your God-given full potential. Join us as we explore the intersection of faith, life, business, and relationships, igniting a fire within to embrace the truth that your life is destined for greatness. Together, we'll uncover strategies, insights, and stories that inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Get ready to embark on a fulfilling quest towards personal and professional fulfillment, guided by faith and the unwavering belief that you, my friend, are made for more. Hello, ladies. Hey, sister friend. We are back for another episode. So I think I recently shared how it's important sometimes to rest. It's important sometimes to be, right? We are human beings. You've heard me mention that before if you've been listening to the podcast. I have said, and a lot of people have said, I've recently been saying, I guess I should say, sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. And even though I've heard people say that, and I felt like I've tried to do that a few times, I really am in that season. And so I don't know who's in that season with me, but sometimes you can literally burn yourself out or go into straight exhaustion if you're like me and you're like an overachiever, you like to stay busy, you like to have a full to-do list. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's 5 years of you doing this constant cycle and you will literally burn yourself out. I don't care what your age is. I don't care how in shape you are. Mentally, you will burn yourself out. And so sometimes it actually fills your cup up more to rest. And so I hope you're doing something similar to like I'm doing and setting some boundaries. If you are in business online, setting up some parameters for your social media notifications, your messengers, your groups you check, schedule time for that so you don't get burnt out. Schedule time for date night, schedule time for your kids, schedule time to unplug. Whatever you need to do, you know you best. And hopefully you're in tune with your body so you know what your body needs, okay? But that's just a shameless plug. But I wanted to say all that because I was feeling a little overwhelmed with, I want to give podcast episodes and I want to have great content and I was kind of trying to do a schedule of Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, dropping a new podcast episode. But I'm also like, let's just, Julia keeps it real. Let's just be real with y'all. Even if my podcast guests listen to this later, I will reach out to guests or guests will reach out to me and they have something cool to offer. And then all of a sudden, we book, right? To do the podcast episode. And I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. Majority of them I had to reschedule. Life is crazy. I totally get it. But it's my podcast. It's not their podcast. So they're like, oh, something came up. Can we reschedule? And so that was okay, well, this was the week I was expecting to have this podcast, episode drop on a Tuesday. So now I don't have that space. So now I'm scrambling, trying to get another guest or try to figure out what I'm going to do. And that was just stressing me out. So what I'm going to do is not commit to 3 podcast episodes or more a week anymore. I'm going to commit to 1 or 2. If it's 1, it'll probably drop on a Monday, Tuesday. If it's 2, 1 will drop early in the week, like Monday or Tuesday. And the second one will drop on a Thursday. So just kind of so but for those people that have already reached out to me and they tell me that I'm part of their morning routine or their workout or their drive to work or what else have I heard? When they're doing their content planning, whatever, what I'm going to encourage you to do, and this is what I do. I listen to other people's podcasts too, right? I would say try to have a few in your library for rotation that you jive with. But also, even when my people that I follow, when they don't have an updated episode and I'm like, oh no, they don't have an updated episode. Guess what I do? I want to hear their voice. I want to hear what they have to say. I either go back and listen to a podcast episode I've already heard, but like I've mentioned before, you can read the Bible and have a whole new revelation the second time you read it. You can watch a movie. I literally watched a movie that I've seen, y'all, it's called Ride Along, if you know anything about this movie with what's his name? I don't even know people like that, but I do know it's Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, I think. And I've seen this movie, y'all, and there were scenes in this movie that I'm like, I don't ever remember him getting eaten, an alligator coming after him. I don't ever remember him, they're trying to escape, there's cops or whatever. So the point of the matter is, I like don't remember some of these scenes. I'm like, did I fall asleep? Like, was I on my phone? Like, what happened? I've seen this movie more than once. So I say all that to say, you might listen to another podcast episode again, and you were distracted the first time, like your mind drifted off, or like you weren't in the season of needing that information right then and there, so it didn't stick with you. But you listen again, like you scroll down to some other episodes and some titles that kind of catch your attention, and now you're in a different space. And that episode might give you some new revelation. So keep that in mind. I'm going to highly suggest, like, on the weekends, like, scroll and find what you need on, like, Wednesdays and whatever, Fridays, like those other days I'm not dropping new episodes. Go and scroll, y'all, because there's tons. Like, it's weird for me to tell y'all this. Like, one of my teachers was like, don't you listen to podcasts in the morning? I'm like, not mine. I don't listen to mine. However, I have started going back to listen to some of them because, I want to know if it's like I would be able to be like, yeah, that was good, right? I want to be able to kind of give myself some reflective feedback, but like, I need to hear it myself. Like, a lot of things I say to y'all, I need to hear too. I need that reminder too. So I'm listening back to some of the podcast guests. I'm listening back to some of like even the business tip ones, because although I'm not selling products anymore, I'm helping, like I'm coaching people that are selling products and things like that, or trying to recruit people. So I need to constantly kind of remind myself and stay fresh on those tips and strategies that I used to just share all the time. So there's that. I'm here, you guys. Here's the real episode. So hopefully I didn't bore you, but hopefully that kind of just lets you know like what the plan is going forward. So here we go. Today, I was like, okay, we're going to talk about this because a lot of people probably don't realize how much they need it, or they kind of do and they're happy they have it, or like you don't really utilize it all the way, okay? So I might have mentioned this before. I don't know if I mentioned on a podcast episode or a live, so I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry if you've heard it before. So I remember like 10 years ago, probably 8 years ago, I don't know. I was like trying to go work out, and I was like, I'm not going to 24 hours. It's too much. Like, let me just go to this good old little Planet Fitness, spend $10 a month, because when I skip, I won't feel bad about it. When actually that's the worst mindset to have. Really, I should have said, let me put the investment in a higher level and a higher amount, and I'll get to that here in a second, where I know I will not miss. Like, if I would have known, and back then I was like a teacher salary, so even less than assistant principal, if I'm spending $30 or $40 a month on my workout, I was probably going to be more intentional about going in and doing the workout and like exercising at the gym versus the workout that was only $10 a month, right? Because I'm like, I could skip here and there. So think about that. How do you show up for live trainings, live podcasts like this, or like master classes or whatever, when it's free or it's like $5, versus when you're showing up for like a paid service that was a little bit more out of your comfort zone and out of your comfort level, and that's going to like require you to show up because you invested into it. You invested a big amount. I've mentioned before, my coaching calls that are $300, $400, I'm showing up for. Like, I'm coming like pen, paper, eyes on, because I'm like, I've invested. My master classes that I spend hundreds of dollars for, versus the master classes that are free. The free ones, I have multiple things going on. I'm trying to just catch a little bit here and there. But the ones I've paid for, I'm like, okay, I paid for this. Like, I need to do my part, right? Like, they're going to do their part. They're going to show up. They're going to coach. They're going to train. They're going to teach. They're going to drop some tips, right? I need to do my part and make sure my mind's right and ready, okay? So that's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind while I'm telling you the story about the gym. So first mistake was I did a very low investment. I did not invest in trying to do the best thing, right? And then I'm like, okay, I can't do this alone. How many of you have been in that season where you're just like, okay, I don't want to do this alone. Like, I don't want to walk this journey alone. I don't want to walk and deal with this weight loss alone. I don't want to eat this kale by myself. Like, everyone else is bringing nice lunch. I don't want to eat this by myself. I remember that when I was doing like a weight loss program. I don't want to be the only one trying to like bring on new people and have a new fresh blood on my team. Like, I want my team to have that same experience, right? Or like, I don't want to be the only one in my house that's trying to save and budget. Like, I'm tired. Every time I'm trying to save $10, here's my husband or here's my kids asking and begging for $10, or like they're going to upgrade the Netflix account or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you have been in this season where you're like, I don't want to walk this alone? I know you've been there, because I've been there. And a lot of people that I try to teach are very, like, y'all are just a few steps behind me, right, on some of these things. So I call up some friends and I was like, all right, y'all, I can't do this gym thing alone. I suck at it. I will only run if somebody's chasing me because I don't like to run. So we all come to the gym. And so they were like, yeah, let's do it. So we got a couple of girls together. It was great. We would like laugh, talk. I felt like I was working out because I would kind of like hate some of the things, but it was kind of enjoyable because my friends are here and we're laughing. We're having a good time. And long story short, my accountability, my workout partners started, well, one got pregnant and then the other one, I don't remember what happened. And so like they started dropping off. So guess what happened to me? I dropped off too, right? So I can't stress how important accountability is, okay? Literally more than 80% of the people in the world, that's a high percentage, it's somewhere between 70 and 80%. I don't have it by heart. So I guess let's just say 70 to 80 that I've read multiple articles and things on, struggle with creating new habits on their own. How many of you have seen like either a celebrity or somebody in your life that you know, they finally made that goal happen, but it took some great community, some teamwork, a coach, some mentorship or something to make that goal happen, right? Like, even if you think about graduating from a college and getting a college degree or a master's degree, y'all, I would probably not have a master's degree if it wasn't for doing it with my friends. I was like, let's do this program together. Let's do our master class together. Let's meet after school, after we've been teaching all day, and do our classes online. Like we weren't even sharing or cheating or anything like that. It was just, you were in the computer lab, I'm doing my work, you're doing my work, you're suffering through this college course with me, right? There's something about having accountability, partnership, mentorship, and support to help you with those goals. So back to what I was saying, like having the supportive family, right? Whenever you're going through college and things like that, it probably wouldn't happen if you didn't have that with you. And there are people that didn't have that made it happen. And they're going to tell you that it was extremely hard. So you can keep going through life on your own, trying to hit the goals, trying to level up your life, trying to level up your business, whatever that is. And it's going to get hard because it already is hard. Getting to the next level, y'all, is already hard enough. So having accountability, having support, having a coach, having mentorship, having a sisterhood, a community makes it a little less harder, okay? And that is what you get, okay, when you join and you partner up with and you lock arms with me and the other ladies in F3, Faith, Freedom, Flow Academy. So essentially, you get some training wheels. So not only do you have myself in the group holding you accountable, giving you some ways to kind of close that gap into what you're wanting to seek and how you're getting there. 'Cause doing it on your own is not working for you, sis. Right? If it was working for you, you'd already be there. So something needs to happen. You either need a new mindset, a new perspective, somebody from the outside's lens helping you investing in yourself more so you can be more intentional. Goes back to making an investment in yourself. So you make yourself show up when you're paying for it, right? So you invest in yourself. You come to see the content. You get the tips, the strategies. You get linked up with a partner, an accountability partner that you check in with. And there's reminders to help you check in with your accountability partner. And then you're like, hey, sis, how are you doing on your goals? Did you get your homework assignments done? As far as like the work that we're doing, because work goes into leveling up. Work goes into getting to be a better person, right? So every month you're going to have some type of assignment, right? So your accountability partner helps you with that. On top of that, I'm sending text alert reminders and things like that to kind of hold you accountable. You have a support group in the comments. Like I love seeing our comments because everyone's like, congratulations when people win a giveaway or when people share their ideas or how they're implementing their learning. They're like, I love that. Oh, that's awesome. So all of that happens. You get your training wheels inside of Faith Freedom Flow Academy. Here's what I know. Okay. So like if your kid is loud or your dog's barking or you got some background noise, turn it off. Tell them to be quiet. Say, be quiet. Tell the dog, hush. Okay. Cause you got to listen to this part. All right. Okay. So you have to form new habits in order to get to the next level. A new level, someplace you've never been, you have to have new habits. That's just fact, okay? So know that. Let that sink in first, okay? We've already mentioned doing something new and creating a new habit is already hard doing it on your own. You're getting that with accountability, right? So you don't choose your future. You don't choose the results you get, even like technically just based off of like, yeah, I want this to happen, so it's going to happen. That's going to happen because you choose your habits, you choose your thoughts, you choose your actions, and you choose the results. In fact, this month in Faith, Freedom, Flow, we are talking about mindset, and I did a training on that, and we're going to be focusing on the mindset model that I shared with the group. And I've already had some people message me and say like they've already noticed small things and small changes. And your thoughts basically control your results. Your habits control your results. So if you need to get better habits and you want better results, then, and you're not doing it, you're not able to do it on your own, that missing piece, that missing link is accountability, okay? So that's what I want to remind you about. If you, like, literally, if you can't or don't want to do it with Faith, Freedom, Flow, find somebody, like find a friend, find your mama, find the neighbor across the street that's bored or whatever. Find somebody to help hold you accountable to your weight loss goal, your finance goal, your family goal, your business goal, your life goal, whatever. Find somebody to hold you accountable. I have accountability partners. I have accountability partners spiritually, like my spiritual grow groups with church. I have accountability partners with my family. They hold me accountable to certain things, certain friends. I have my own coaches. So yeah, like I wouldn't be who I am and be where I'm at if it wasn't for accountability. Okay. So if you're like, okay, Julia, like I'm interested in accountability, I would like some one-on-one coaching. I'll just let you know now, in the future, you won't get access to one-on-one coaching with me unless you're in Faith, Freedom, Flow. However, for right now, I'm not sure how long I will offer this, but for right now, I will offer one-on-one coaching for you. But again, the great thing about accountability here with F3, this year, it is a year-long program. I've already decided next year I'm probably not going to do a whole year and a fee that way. I'm probably going to break it up into chunks, whether it's half a year or quarterly. But it's the cheapest it's ever going to be. It's the most affordable it's ever going to be. It's worth your while right now because, and next year, the program won't be the exact same for people that are in F3. Y'all, do you know who I am? I already have 2023, God willing, if I'm alive, some other things like to do for the group that I'm not even doing this year, right? So it'll be different. But what was I going to say about that? So if you're interested in the coaching, like what you specifically need, what are you stuck on? What are you stressed out about? What keeps you up at night? What are you overwhelmed on? Like, what can we do and kind of get you some results and have a private one-on-one, just you and I, specifically what you need. And I tailor and cater what I know for you. We can make that happen. Again, in the future, you will have to be a part of Faith, Freedom, Flow. I mention that because my coaching calls are right now, and again, this could change too, so I just want to like always have these disclaimers. Right now, it's February 2022. You get 2 hours, so 1 full hour, and then a second additional full hour as follow-up with me to do your coaching calls. So it's a combo. I'm really big on, I've realized after having a lot of my own coaching experiences, that follow-up call is so important. On top of, you're going to get access to me on Telegram, so you can work through your goal that entire month together, okay? So you get all that, and then that's it, right? Then like it's over. Versus if you're in Faith, Freedom, Flow, and I already know like who you are a little bit more, and we did our one-on-one, and I still have like, I still see you, I'm still connected to you, I'm still pouring into you, into F3, you're still getting that accountability. You're still getting like, you're basically gonna like 10x that experience because you're already in the accountability program, right? And then I know your story. I know what your breakthroughs that you've worked through, and I can continue to use that to as tips and strategies going forward in the program. So if you're in F3, this is an amazing extra boost for you. If you are not in F3, get in F3. But even if you're not and you want to go straight to one-on-one coaching for a limited time, I will allow you to do so. Just reach out soon. I don't have it there yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, to be honest with you, okay? Soon I will have a link on my link tree, but my juliakeepsitreal.co is my link. I will have a link there for you to be able to schedule your one-on-one calls, okay? So that's all I got for you. Use the training wheels while you can, while you need them. It's very hard to start new habits, y'all. And so get the help you need, get the accountability you need to get the new habits, get the training wheels. And whenever that habit becomes like a thing that you don't, whenever that new action becomes a habit, then you don't need the training wheels. However, I do feel like all through life you need accountability of some sort. Like, we are just better humans, right? When you have accountability. Like, I don't know who I'd be or would I be if I didn't have the support team that I have in my life. So I'm here for you, sis, if you need that accountability. Love y'all. See you next time. Bye.